Hello guys, what is going on? It is Mr. Epalanga again, aka Teacher Julino, and today we will continue with our online videos. Last time we talked about the molar mass or number of moles to molar mass calculations, but today we will talk about the second formula we use in mole calculation, which is number of moles to number of particles. Okay, so we've already seen last class that Avogadro's number, which will be represented by Na, is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. Okay, the unit could be particles, could be molecules, could be ions, could be atoms. Okay, could be any of this. It could be particles, molecules, ions, atoms. Okay, so since particles is the most general terms, if you are not clear, then you can just say particles. Okay, but sometimes the question will be specific, and the formula we have is number of moles equal to number of substance divided by Avogadro's number. So remember that Na is Avogadro's number, and N, capital N, is of number of substance. Okay, number of substance, and of course, lowercase n is number of moles. Right. So we have the formulas, we have the concepts, and we have the units for Avogadro's number. Now we are ready to start. So let us start with an exercise. It's always good to start with example. And again, guys, we have already covered this in the class. I'm doing this revision to help you if you still have questions. Okay? Please, if you've already understood this, go straight to the homework. Do the homework and watch the following videos. All right. Now, let's do one exercise. So, exercise 1. Find the number of moles of 3, let's say 35 times 10 to the power of 24, okay, atoms of hydrogen, let's say. So how many moles of atoms do we have? Now, again, first we have to examine the information that has been given to you. So this is being asked for number of moles. Let me use the red now. So we want to know number of moles, and we have this atom. So this is number of particles that is being given to us. So number of moles we want to find. Number of particles is 35 times 10 to the power 24 atoms. Okay. Now the formula is that number of moles equal to number of particles divided by Avogadro's number. Then we just have to replace, will be 35 times 10 to the power 24 divided by 6.02, which is Avogadro's number, times 10 to the power 23. Now, to make calculations easier, guys, please, a lot of you do all the procedures correctly, but you get wrong in the calculations when you put the numbers in the calculator. So to facilitate, do step by step. Okay, in your calculator, first do this part and then do that part. Okay, and you multiply the result. So first let's do 35 divided by 6.02. Okay, the result is 5. Oops, let me use the red color. The result is 5.81. Okay, and then times, we will do 10 to the power of 24 divided by 10 to the power of 23 will be 10. Okay, it makes your calculation much easier. So the final result would be 58.1, okay, mole, right? Okay, now just try the same exercise, but this time, so we will find the number of moles of, let's say you will use 20 times 10 to the power 25 atoms of hydrogen. Just pause the video, try to solve, okay, you have the steps here. So try to solve with this number of particles, okay? Stop the video, solve, and then compare the results. Right, so hopefully you've stopped the video, you've solved everything, and the result is easy and clear to you. Okay, let me just clean the board. Come on. Okay. So the formula is the same, but this time this number of particles will be different. Okay, will be 20. Okay, will be 20 times 10 to the power 25 atoms. But the formula is the same. So number of moles now will be, so we have 20, so the 20 times 10 to the power 25 divided by 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. So Avogadro's number is always the same, doesn't change. So number of moles, we will do 20 divided by 6.02, and the result is 3.32. Okay, then here will be 10 to the power of 2, which is 100. Okay, the same. If you get 10 to the power 2 over 100, it's the same thing in this side of the calculation. Okay, remember that we've done this part and that part separately. Okay, it just makes things easier in your calculate and avoids mistakes. Okay, so number of moles will be 332 mole, because 10 to the power of 2 is 100. When you multiply by 3.32 will be 332 moles. Okay, right, now let's try another exercise, but we will change a few things in the exercise. So what if instead of finding the number of moles, you are being asked to find the number of particles? So let's try this. Find the number of particles of 0.25 mole of atoms of oxygen, for example. Okay, so pause the video and try to solve it. Right, so hopefully you've done this correctly. So again, we start with the information that is given to us. So let me change the color for the solution. So we have number of particles, we don't know, we have been asked. Number of moles now is 0.25 moles. Okay? Now the formula is number of moles equal to number of particles divided by Avogadro's number. Now we will do the same thing we've done with when we form the mass, because we want to know this guy. Okay? It means we have to rearrange the formula by cross multiplying. So the denominator here becomes 1 and we multiply like this. Cross multiplication will be n times 1. So it'll be 1 times n, and here will be n times Avogadro's number. Okay, so n will be number of mole times Avogadro's number. Now, number of particles here will be a number of moles 0.25 times Avogadro's number is always 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. So in this case, to facilitate your calculations, instead of putting all the numbers, just multiply these two numbers, and the result, right, times 10 to the power of 23. So it avoids mistakes, guys. So 0.25 times 6.02. So the result is 1. Let me just still use the red color so that it doesn't confuse you. So it will be 1.505, okay, times 10 to the power 23 atoms, okay, because it's small of atoms, so it will be atoms. Now, if you wrote particles, it is not wrong. It's because atoms are also particles. Okay, guys? So, hopefully, this side is clear to you, and go to the homework, practice the questions related to moles and number of particles. Because we have already covered this topic in the class, so I will not spend much time on this topic. So let's move on to, let's move on for when we have, okay, because we still have one equation to cover, which is this one, volume. Okay, now volume happens to gases. Okay, we only use volume when we are dealing with gases. Now, number of moles equal to volume divided by molar volume, which is 22.4. Okay, so the formula is volume equal to, number of moles rather, equal to volume divided by the molar volume. And we know that the molar volume is 22.4 liters per mole. Okay? So this will be our formula for volume. So let's practice. So the question is, find the volume. Okay. Let me write the question here. Find the number of moles, of, let's say, 44.8 liter of a gas at standard temperature and pressure, STP. Okay, this is S. Let me just write it properly. STP. Now, the procedure is the same. First, we write the information that is being given to us. Let me just change the color. So, number of moles is what is being asked. Okay, and then the volume is given 44.8 liter. The molar volume is always known, which is 22.4 liters per mole. Now, the formula, we have the formula volume divided by 22.4, which is the molar volume. Okay, now, number of moles will be the volume, which is 44.8, divided by 22.4. 4. So if you put in the calculator, it will give us 2 moles. Okay, so we have the number of moles. All right, guys. So sometimes we have the number of moles, but what will be asked of you will be the number of the volume rather. So find the volume. So this is one example. I lost track of the number, so I don't know if it's number 4, 5. Okay, just this number 4. Find the volume of 25 mole, not grams. 25, 2.5, sorry, mole of a gas at STB. Now, how do you find the volume? Again, we look for the information that is being given in the exercise. Okay, so we are given number of mole, 2.5 mole. We have been asked for the volume. Okay, so the formula number of mole equal to volume divided by 22.4. Again, we have to cross multiply so that we'll be able to isolate. So this is one cross multiplication. Okay, we will have, let me just change red color. So 1 times V will be V, number of mole times 22.4. So volume will be number of mole is 2.5 times 22.4. Okay, you just have to plug the numbers in the calculator and you get 24 point, okay, you get 56 liter. Remember guys, the unit for volume is liter. Okay, let me give you one more exercise. Okay, exercise number 6. Find the volume of, let's say, I'll complicate you a little bit now. Of 36. 36 grams of, no, not 36, let's say 88 grams of carbon dioxide at standard temperature and pressure. So pause the video and try to solve this exercise. Right guys, we are back. Now, hopefully you've noticed what I've done here. I didn't give you the moles, but I gave you the mass. Oh, it's a bit complicated now, isn't it? Yeah, but I know you guys are very smart. Some of you got this right. For those of you who couldn't do it, don't worry. You know, the secret is practice, 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 practice. In the homework, I will leave plenty of questions for you to be able to practice. Now, let me change the color here. So, we have the information we have. Find the volume. We want to know the volume. So, if it's standard temperature and pressure, the molar volume is 22.4 liters per mole. Now, we have the mass. The mass is 88 grams. We need the number of moles, okay? Because with the formula we've been using is number of mole equal to volume divided by molar volume, which is 22.4. Now, we want to find this guy, the volume. Okay, so if we isolate volume, so volume will be number of moles times 22.4, like we've done before. But the problem is that we don't have volume here, number of moles, so this is missing. Okay, this guy is missing. But remember, from what we've done in the previous video, we've learned that, let me just use red. We've learned that number of mole is the mass divided by molar mass. So it means I first have to find the number of moles. Okay, so to find number of moles, I need the molar mass. Molar mass for CO2, we find that time was 12. Okay, for carbon plus 16 for oxygen times 2, which will be 44 grams per mole. With that information, now we can find the number of mole. Number of mole will be, the mass is 88 grams divided by 44 grams per mole. Then number of mole is 2 moles. Okay, 2 moles. Now we have the number of moles here. We can find the volume. So volume will be the number of moles we've calculated, which is 2. Let me write in red, 2 moles. And then we multiply by 22.4. So volume is 44.8 liter. Okay, so we finished here. So this is our final answer. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this exercise, which was a little bit tricky, and hopefully you guys noticed how to solve it. All right, so this is the end of our lesson today. If you still have questions, watch the video again. If you still don't understand, please do not hesitate to contact me through email or through WhatsApp. All right, guys, thank you very much for your attention. That's it for today. Stay blessed and stay safe. Goodbye.